Hi guys, it's Elaine, and if you saw the title, I'm going to talk about my pregnancy story. So how I found out was right after Christmas Day, but before that, I used the Flow app to track my period, not to forget. So I used the app. So on the app, it said around December 18 to the 26th, I will have my period. So on I think around 17 of December, I waited. So I thought I would be it was kind of late for one day. I thought maybe because sometimes it was kind of late before. So it was like one day late, so the next day it's gonna come, the period. So my symptoms from that 1 week was kind of like coughing, like kind of like coughing. I feel like I want to throw up, coughing. So I think it was before Christmas Eve weekend. We went to my boyfriend's family early Christmas party, and when I was there, I realized that was the first time I was coughing that much. Like I was about to puke, but coughing. And the other one was when they were doing karaoke and then they were singing a song. I was crying. Like when a certain song, I would tear up. Yeah, during Christmas Eve, I keep having coughing, like I want to throw up, cough, but there's nothing coming out. When they do karaoke and they have a sad song, I cried. I didn't realize at the time. And then Christmas Eve was the same thing, the same symptoms. And then on that Monday, on that December 26th is when I didn't have work. So I went to, I think I got CBS or Walgreens to get to buy a test. And we took the test. We took the two tests. One was not digital and one was digital. So I took the plus kind. Yeah, the plus one kind. And then I took the digital one. And that 3 minutes took so long. I was wanted kind of peek what it said already, but it took too long. It felt like it took so long, but it was a positive. And then after I found out, I told my boyfriend, and his reaction was I told him, come here in the bathroom. And because at the time I was really shocked. And then he went in, he went in and he saw us, he was shocked and happy. I have to ask him again what's his reaction, but yeah. A week before New Year's Eve, I still had the symptoms of kind of coughing and vomiting ish, but the vomit didn't want to come out, just coughing, I don't know why. So it was random cough the whole week until that when it's New Year's Eve, midnight. But I didn't want to. I wanted to have a little box. It has our pregnancy test and a onesie inside. But fortunately, that didn't happen. I wanted to show his mom the box and pregnancy test and onesie for my mom and his mom, but that didn't happen because when I was 5 weeks. Sorry, but this might be TMI. When I was 5 weeks, I went to the bathroom, join the bathroom, and I was about to go to work, like maybe like 4 hours before I was about to go to work, and all of a sudden I went to the bathroom. I saw heavy bleeding, and I got really upset because it might be miscarriage. I was kind of crying, really crying, and the only person that I told about I was pregnant was my brother. So I called my brother and asked if his bleeding in the toilet was normal. So I FaceTimed him, like, is this normal? And he said, no, that's not normal. And then after I talked to him, I called my mom. And I feel like this was really hard to tell her because I wanted to tell her in a nice way, but not a scary way that I was pregnant. So I told her, and she told me, at the time when she told her, she was kind of concerned, and she told me to call the vice nurse. But when I called the vice nurse, it took so long just to get a hold of the vice nurse, because I was like kind of like panicking, like what's wrong. And then somehow I told my boyfriend's mom. I woke her up and cried and said I was pregnant and I had heavy bleeding and I didn't know what to do. And then she suggested to go to the... Sorry, I'm about to cry. To go to the ER, to the emergency room. So we went to the emergency room. I was kind of still bleeding. And when I was there, they took a lot of tests. They took ultrasounds. When the doctor of the ER said it might be a miscarriage. So technically from that Tuesday to Thursday, I was upset. So I had to wait until a nurse from my doctor, a nurse telling me if it's okay, if the baby was okay. So on Thursday afternoon, this nurse called me, and she called me saying we still see a sac in the ultrasound. And then when she said that, I was like, can you say it again? I was like, really? And she said, yes, there's something there still. There's still a sac. There's still a yolk. And I was like, I'm still pregnant. So then, but after that, she said to like, sorry, my camera from my cell phone ran out of space. So I don't know if I'm looking straight, but I'm still gonna tell the story. This story, I don't know if I'm looking straight. Yeah, looking straight. Okay, so after I don't want to cry. I feel like I'm gonna cry, but I don't want to, because telling the story is kind of sad for me. After they said I was still pregnant, I told my mom, my brother, my boyfriend's mom. And then ever since that day, everyone was concerned what happened because it came back. I think it came back, the heavy bleeding came back when I was like, I would say week, I was week 11, I think. Week 11, no, I forgot when. I forgot. But it's like a second time. I forgot which date, which week. I think it was like week 14. Yeah, I think it was like week 14 or 16. I forgot which week. But in that week, when I went back to the ER. So this time, when I had the bleeding from 14, really test me if the baby was okay and what's wrong, why am I bleeding heavily. And they said it's with my cervix. Something was wrong with my cervix. And they said something about my cervix. It's like about splanta, but I can't say that word right now because I feel like I'm gonna cry, but I don't want to. But other than that, ever since that appointment, we've been praying that it won't happen again. So if I look weird doing this video, because I don't know where the camera is in the iPad, so if I look like I'm looking somewhere, I don't know where to look. Ever since 16 weeks, we've been praying that it won't happen again. We're still praying that it happen again. So now I am halfway mark, 20 weeks, and since today, I'm technically right now I'm like 20 weeks and 1 day. 20 weeks and 2 days, because today's Tuesday. No, today's Wednesday. Wait, today is Thursday. Sorry, today's Thursday. No, today's Wednesday. What am I saying? Wait, what? Hold on. Today is 20 weeks and 2 days. So we're still praying that it won't come back. And yesterday, we told my some family members that didn't know that I was pregnant from an announcement picture of us and this other picture I forgot, and it says a onesie, a cute Disney onesie, and so our friends know now. My friend knows now, and my boyfriend's friend knows. I would say they're still shocked. Some of them that we're kind of like close with, they're still shocked that we are pregnant. Because we saw a few friends yesterday, and he was kind of still shocked, like, really, are you sure? And because what he said kind of hurt me in a way. So, like, small little things, I don't know, like small little things, like when a friend says, you're fat, you thought that you're just fat, other than being pregnant, like, hurt me. So I had to like go to somewhere else and look around. So my boyfriend was talking to his friend while we were at the mall, at the store, and I was looking at baby items. I'm trying not to. I know it's not. I know that he doesn't mean well. It's just. I know he doesn't mean well when he said that, but there was other friends from the pregnancy when I told him that I was pregnant. Made me upset. There were a couple like friends when they messaged me saying about it when I was pregnant. They were for friends, and what they said hurt. I know I hurt me, but I know they didn't mean it at the time. I guess they don't realize that I might cry when through off the phone. I'll cry, like tear up, but I know they don't mean well. But yeah, but I will get over it, like maybe like later on and start crying. Yeah, this pregnancy was very rough for me, but I'm kind of happy that I made it to the second trimester. So yeah, I don't have that much symptoms in the trimester. I think my first trimester was like vomiting, nausea, have trouble sleeping, waking up too much. What else? I don't like Jollibee's chicken anymore. Some cheeses I don't like. Certain cheeses I don't like. The other part is I don't like spicy food, like the hot Cheetos. I can't stand hot Cheetos anymore. I throw up when I try to eat like a lot of chips. That's hot Cheetos. So when I try to eat hot food, I eat Tums. Like if I have a little spicy food, I'm okay, but if it's like a lot, then my stomach doesn't feel good. Let's see. I want to see why I waited this so long to like tell everyone. Yeah, my condition of my early pregnancy, that it was really rough, and at the time I didn't know how to tell my family before, like my close family, because sometimes you have family and some Filipino families where they would talk about each other, and that's why I didn't want to tell at the first, but I told them. They were fine with it, but some, they would talk to each other, but yeah, everything's fine. And my friends, my close friends, I think you might saw my other videos from August, or was it September, about my anxiety, like my anxiety of panic attacks video. Yeah, so yeah, some of them that I was like concerned with kind of happened. Like some of my friends, the one who were kind of judgmental, said something and it hurt me, but I know they didn't mean it, but at least they're happy for us. So yeah, and I think I'm gonna stop the video before I'm gonna cry with you guys. yeah, it was really hard recording this because I just wanted to tell you guys how I felt in this video. Yeah. The next video might be, I'll see you guys in the next video.